Hey Google, restart video.
Hey everyone, Scott Innes, voice actor, Hollywood actor, movie star. Don't believe all that. I'm a legend in my own mind. Hey, you know me better as the voice of some of the most popular cartoon characters in the world. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scrappy-Dappy-Doo! Tubby Tower! Ryan Shaggy too! And you got the Sullivan Project podcast coming at you right now.
Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host. Hey Google, stop. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. It just kept playing, didn't it? Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm here with Chris. This is the Sullivan Project podcast, and I'm Harold Sullivan. Google was interrupting again, but Chris, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Like I said, I just fell asleep, but I'm doing good. Hopefully, everybody else is out there doing good on the playoff day. Right, we got playoff games going on. That's what I was listening to on the radio. Who was it? Detroit and somebody playing Buccaneers, right? So I'm going for Buccaneers. I want to get Baker Mayfield do something. You know what I mean? After all the teams he's been through. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some movies and some other stuff. And if y'all want to be on the podcast, you can check in other episodes, or you can contact us, Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube, Harold Sullivan 78 on TikTok, Harold Sullivan period 35 on Facebook. You can email the show at hs19782015 at outlook.com, or you can call 724-513-1472. And even if you just want to get something out, I'll say it for you, or you can come on, audio or video, and we talk about anything on here. Spiritual, metaphysical, paranormal, supernatural, and then just regular stuff, movies, music, sports, TV, whatever. Just a place to chill and talk. So, and sometimes we have celebrities, so go check out that stuff. What time is it? Hey Google, what time is it?
6:06 p.m.
That's how I've been telling time the last couple of years since I've been blind, in case y'all haven't tuned in before. I was born with an autoimmune disease, and I recently turned 45. So I've been reflecting back on that a little bit in some podcasts. So, hey, every year I look at it as you make another year, you know what I mean? You should celebrate. When I was younger, I was like, you get tired of birthdays kind of at some point, but you know what? When you get old again, celebrate. Yeah, right? Celebrate every day we're here. We make another day. My leg is killing because it's so cold outside. I got this pain and my right leg is hurting. What is it, like 20 degrees today? Jesus. Is it cold there, Chris?
Yeah, it's 15 on here.
It's 15, so yeah, that's what it is about here. It's under 20, I believe. I can feel it in my bones.
I don't know. I didn't check the weather yet. I turned the weather channel on.
Oh, okay. Well, I know it's cold. It's at least around 20.
It's cold, yeah.
Today, so. But I figure we'll talk about some of the stuff that you like. I'm always picking stuff and whatever. I got things, but I know you got favorite movies and stuff. And you mentioned Jaws before. That's the one I like. Jaws too, the franchise. You know what I mean? And Jaws used to scare me. It doesn't really scare me anymore, but just that afraid of being in the water with that big thing in that water, and the ocean's so big, though. You know what I mean? And you're a little thing, and you're a little person, and that Jaws and that shark, anything could get you in the water, though. That's what I was afraid of. It could be a giant octopus, you know. I was even afraid of that. You remember that Popeye movie? A lot of people don't probably remember that Popeye the Sailor Man with Robin Williams in it. And Shelley Duvall? Which one was it that was in The Shining with Jack Nicholson?
Shelley Duvall was in The Shining.
Yeah, she played Olive Oil in Popeye the Sailor Man, like the late 70s. And Robin Williams was Popeye, and he's I am, but I am. He was singing and all that, and it was a that's a cult classic there too. I forgot about that. See, there's so many movies. I got them all in there though. But yeah, there was a giant octopus in the scene where he was underwater, and it was neat. I don't know how they did that because it had to be Robin Williams under water fighting this thing, but it was like a giant octopus. He had blonde hair and everything, Robin Williams, but he had that hat on most of the time because it was Popeye. But it was neat, and he had that big old arms, and then he had that pipe in his mouth all the time. He never smoked though, right? Popeye, the cartoon for people that don't remember Popeye the Sailor Man. He had a pipe, but he don't think he ever smoked. But he used to eat spinach. I'm strong till the finish because I eat some spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. That was the whole thing. Was if you're a kid and you eat spinach, you get strong. So Popeye used to eat spinach, right? So, but yeah, we'll talk about Jaws today. How about Jaws? The franchise, we're gonna do that and some other stuff. I got some questions about the paranormal. I want to ask you some other questions. We'll do that. We'll do that first, then we'll do the Jaws. How about that? Because I have stuff I usually ask. I don't know if I asked you in the first or in the past when we did, but yeah, Chris has been on. Me and Chris, we went when we were kids. We've been friends for a long time, and then we reunited after 30 some years recently. So go check that out on the old podcast episodes. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you we hit 123 subscribers. So I'm in on that. People, we appreciate y'all subscribing on YouTube. Uh, that's a good number, 123. So that's the update. The last number we got was 123 subscribers. So we're doing something. But so yeah, I want to ask you some questions as far as paranormal and stuff like that. Uh, just three things I usually ask the celebrities and other people too. I don't think I've asked you yet, though. I might have. But the first one is, I think you've answered, though. Do you believe in the paranormal or the supernatural? But I think you said before you really haven't had any. You haven't seen ghosts or you never had anything.
No.
Nothing really that just told you there was something out there. Yeah. Yeah, you never had anything like that, huh? Not even at
Never
all?
seen it.
Never had nothing at all like a door open when you thought you closed it or nothing weird.
No.
Nah, nothing you can ever just be like, oh, that's weird.
Not that I ever heard of.
No, okay. Okay, and then the second question is, what about, have you ever been close to death? Have you ever had surgeries or anything like that?
No,
Yeah.
not really.
So you never been in an accident? Uh, Nothing like that. So you're very one of the few people that actually hasn't had, but you keep
Never
your,
broken a bone, never did nothing.
yeah, and you don't do anything, you do only do for medicine you're prescribed. You don't even drink anything either, do you really? I know, occasionally. So not that that matters, nobody's business, but I'm saying you're pretty clean. Like you don't really do much. So that's a good thing though. Huh. I'm in for that too. So okay, so not close to death. You never thought nothing saved you, no angels or anything like that. Okay, well, what about advice? I'm sure you can come up with some advice for people. So what if, say somebody was sad a little bit, and they needed just a little bit of what would you tell someone? Like if I called you and I had a moment, I'm just breaking down. I'm just like, hey, I just need just something to say to someone real quick. If they're sad, they need a moment. What would you tell them to get through? Like if you ever have a moment where you're just real sad and you just what do you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself something or is there something you can just tell people, hey, tomorrow's better? Like what would you say to someone? Any advice?
Yep.
Any advice?
Well, I don't know. Just, you know,
Just tell them tomorrow's gonna be better. Hold on for another moment. Is that what you think about?
yeah.
If you had a tough, like if something was going on, and you had a problem, that's advice.
Yeah, I have blood sugar problems, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you're struggling, what do you tell yourself to get through? Do you
Keep on trucking.
Just keep on trucking. Okay, that's simple though. Like the old T-shirt says, right? Yeah. Because we know, I mean, some people pray and stuff as far as religion, and now you're religious, but you don't pull out and start doing Hail Marys, right? So I just wonder what you tell yourself. What can people tell people that are not religion and they don't just go to the Bible or whatever? They need other answers too sometimes. So keep on trucking, right? That's what Chris says.
Keep on fighting till the next day. Yep.
Just keep going, right? You never know. One moment it could be different, blink of an eye. That's what I say. We live and die in a blink of an eye. It ain't always gonna be this way, one way or the other, right? And we all got problems, right? And you can't. We all have a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. So,
Yeah.
as far as me, I've been close to death over 30 times. So I can't even. I'm doing my book. I'm trying to write, and I'm just like remembering more times. I'm like, Jesus, how did I make it through? This time I fell. This time I did that. One time I inhaled Freon out of the freezer. I don't know how I survived that. My freezer was leaking, and it shot a bunch of Freon right in my face, and I was sick for a couple of days. I could have died just from that. It's like, oh my God. One time, I remember we were talking about that DT Watson, right? A few weeks ago. DT Watson is a school Chris and I went to when we were younger, and we had to go to a disabled school. It's a shame because uh, back in the 80s and 70s, if you had any kind of disability, mental or physical, you had to go to a special school. You couldn't go to regular school, unquote, quote unquote. And what you had ADD or ADHD or whatever. So you had to go to a special school, right? Just because of that. And
Yeah,
I
ADHD.
and I had to go because I'm in a wheelchair. That's a shame. But we we,
Yeah.
we we set the we set the road for people though ahead of us. You know what I mean? So now people can go to school and they can have all kinds of things and whatever. Which I still don't believe in labeling and all that stuff. If you got ADD, ADHD, if you got those things, uh, those are part of your personality. That's there for a reason. That's not something wrong with you. You know what I mean? Doctors want to give you drugs and be like, oh, you got ADD. They want to put a name on it. How about you're just good at, you're like, you have a lot of energy. I don't know, but it's there for a reason. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be a certain way. And, so that's why God made you that way. But we had to go to certain schools. But yeah, we were talking about that time. Remember they left me outside? There was a fair or something going on, and I was in a regular wheelchair, and they left me outside, and I got burned up. I could have been dead. I could have been sun poisoned. They said I did have like third or fourth degree burns when the doctor said.
You did.
Yeah, because my skin was just coming right off.
Yeah, your skin was coming off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you remember that? That was sick. My mom took my shirt off. My arm just peeled off all the way down like a snake.
Ew.
I'm not lying. They're like a bloody raw underneath. Like in the movies,
Yeah.
like in a movie, like if they would slice your arm and just take your skin right off the holes. That's what it was like. It was like Hellraiser. I never. Oh my God. I never dealt with it. That was sad. Like I'm like 10 years old out there getting sunburned. They forgot to push me inside. How can you just leave a person outside like that? But yeah, I mean that was another time I could have been done. And Jesus. But like I said, we're all here for something. We're still here. You're here. We're all doing something. That's why we're here. And if our time's up or if we're done, then we're gone. Something else got to come. Somebody else got to come and take the spot, right? There's only so many. I wonder that too, right? If there's so many souls, is there only so many souls? Can souls be remade? Like, is there new souls being made, or is there only so many and they just get reincarnated right over and over? Like Pac-Man. Remember the game Pac-Man? How when you ate the ghost, it would go.
Yeah, I still have Pac-Man.
Oh man, what do you have it on?
I got it on a little joystick on the battery.
Oh, the kind you plug into the TV?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they brought them TV games.
I still have it. Yep.
I loved them when they did that because they brought Madden out and stuff like that too. Uh, Pac-Man was one of the coolest first games ever. After that one that went across, what was that, like ping pong on Atari? But back and forth, all it was a line with a dot in the middle. But yeah, Pac-Man. Yeah, when Pac-Man would eat the ghost would just go get a new sheet and come back a different color or a new ghost. So I think about that like reincarnation, right? You just get ate, and then you go back and get a new sheet and come back. That's pretty neat, but But yeah, Jaws. So there was what, 4 Jaws. Let's talk about Jaws, the franchise, and let's do some of that. And so Jaws 4. There's 4 Jaws. So what was your favorite? Was it part 3? Is that what you said?
Part three, yeah, the one where they were in
Yeah, in SeaWorld, right?
SeaWorld, yeah.
Yeah, that was mine too, always because of that 3D. Well, I never did. You see it in 3D?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't see it in 3D. I didn't
No,
have the glasses, but
no, me either. But you could tell it was in 3D when
yeah,
the
you could tell it was in 3D because of what they did with some of the
the angles and the effects, the camera.
special effects.
It doesn't match up right. It's weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Like when they show that shark really big in the water, and you know he's not that big. But that was always that's why I was afraid of because they're under that water in that tube, right? And the big shark. I mean, you're done. There's no way they're gonna get. There's no way you're getting out. That's so dumb to even go under there. And I think that's real, right? That's a real place under in Florida or something under the water like that where you can really go in the ocean. I'll never do that. No, no, no. That's like in space, right? In Alien, they said no one can hear you scream in space. Yeah, underwater, nobody can hear you scream. Uh, but so we got Jaws 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's. The first one was written off a book, which was pretty good, and that was
Yeah, I
supposed.
have the book.
Yeah, you got the book too, right? I listened to the
I
audio
have the
book.
book, yeah.
Uh, it's pretty good, but a little bit of it's different as far as like uh, the husband or spoilers, the wife in the book cheats on her husband with Richard Dreyfuss's character, right? But doesn't happen in the movie. They cut that part out. And then in the book, I don't think they have the scene where they're singing underwater, which is my favorite part of the scene. Is that one of your favorite parts of the movie when they're drunk and they're like singing they're singing in the boat when Jaws attacks when the shark attacks, and
Yeah.
that scene's not in the book either. I don't think so. They changed the book around a little. Yeah, as far as the first movie, what are some of your what do you like the first besides that scene I just mentioned, like where they're all singing under there and they're having a good time, and then all of a sudden the shark starts to hit the boat. What other parts of the first movie do you like? Anything particular?
Nothing really.
Nah. What about the music and just the camera? That was like the first time they did that kind of camera thing, right? The point of view, right? Jaws, because they couldn't figure out how to make the shark work, so they had to let you know the shark was there. So they just had the shark's point of view, which got me. I mean, that was scary when the shark's coming up and biting somebody or getting that girl right at the beginning. He pulls her under. That is
Yeah.
scary. And Richard Dreyfuss, yeah, I mean, of course he made it. That old, what was the guy's name? The captain that said, what was the captain's name that they paid all that money to? Remember his name?
Quinn.
Quinn, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's in the book too. That's the guy who Richard Dreyfuss's character. Uh,
Yeah. Quinn.
yeah, he
Yeah.
cheats on him. But Quinn, yeah, I like that guy. Whoever plays that character, he's a famous actor too. I forget his name, but he's awesome. He's like, oh, for that you get the whole damn. What did he say? 10,000 or 5? I forget how much he charged them. But he's like, you get the whole. And then what's his name? And Jason Goes to Hell. So he said the same line, right? Remember that the bounty hunter?
Yeah,
Uh,
I do.
he said, what did he say? Creighton Duke. He said, 100,000. What did he say? He wanted $100,000 to kill Jason. For that, you get the hockey mask, the machete, the whole damn thing, or something like. He copied the line a little bit from Jaws, which I thought that was pretty cool, and I recognized that. I was like, wait a minute, he's taking the line from Jaws. Whenever they were gonna pay Creighton Duke to kill Jason, and he's like that for 100,000 you get the machete, the mask. But yeah, the music too in that one. John Williams did the score, right? Of course. From he's the iconic legend for themes. Back to the Future, E.T. I think he did Indiana Jones, right? Star Wars and Jaws. John Williams. And then we got 2. They called that the Revenge, right? Jaws Revenge.
Yeah, it's Jaws the Revenge. There was Jaws 2, Jaws 3 and 3D, and Jaws the Revenge.
The second one still had. Okay, so the first one was about a sheriff and his wife, and he had a little boy, right? They had a little boy, and they were on New Jersey. Is that where it was?
I don't know.
Somewhere up in there, and
Not sure.
basically a shark was attacking people, and they had to decide to close the beach or not. So the second one, the shark came back, right? And it wasn't. I guess it was the parent of the other shark, right? So they didn't kill the. They thought they killed the shark, but they killed the baby shark.
And they killed a baby shark, and Jaws 3, the baby shark dies because and then the mother comes in. Yeah.
I mean, but in the first one, which shark did they kill? Because there was another one in the second one. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there was another shark in the beginning.
Just another big one. Okay, just another big one. And then the third one's the one where they thought they killed it, but it was a little one. Yeah. But the second one's pretty much the same movie as the first one, right? And how'd they kill the shark at the end of the second one? I don't remember.
The police chief electrocuted on a
yeah. See, the second one was just, I don't even remember. That's how bad that was.
First one, he blew him up with a tank.
Grenade thing, yeah, tank, and he shot it or something?
Yeah. He said, "Strong, you son of a bitch," and then he hit the...
Because the dead guy was in his mouth already with the tank in him because he ate him up.
Yeah, because Quinn ended up getting killed.
Yeah, because he went under the water with that shark tank. He thought he was safe, right? Stupid. He was going to go under there and get the dummy, that guy. And he knew everything, too. He thought he did, Richard Dreyfuss. But the third one was better than the second, I think, because the whole Disneyland and all that, Disney World. And then you have, what's his name in there? Crap. Him and his brother are both actors. The main guy. And Lou Gossett Jr. was in there, too, right?
Yeah, Louis Gossett Jr., Bess Armstrong.
And what was that dude's name, the brown-haired guy? His brother's in movies, too. I can't remember. The main guy, though, who was working at SeaWorld with that girl. I can't remember her name. But, and then part 4, what was that? That was Shara Brody's wife is back again, and his grown-up son now, right? Because doesn't Brody get...
Brian Gary.
Yeah. Does Brody get killed, or does he die of old age or something? They just say he dies, right?
Yeah. Because he wasn't in the third or the fourth one.
And then in the fourth one, they just said he would die. Did they say how he died? Cancer or something? Is that just what?
Said he had a heart attack.
Oh, God. Yeah. See, I don't like that. That's what they do to write off. Oh, yeah. Usually it's cancer, though, right? They just write off the character because.
Usually, but not.
And this one, it was a heart attack.
They wrote it off as a heart attack. Yeah.
He was a smoker, though, too. Wasn't he trying to quit smoking?
Oh, yeah. He was a heavy smoker.
Yeah, so that's what it was. In the book, too, he was. It almost got him. So they kind of went with that and just, oh, well, we can't have him on no more. Or he might have died in real life and they just couldn't get him, so they just said he had a heart attack. But that one wasn't any good either, right? I don't really remember part 4. It was somewhere else, right? In a different part of the country, and then the shark came after them there. Jaws 4. Yeah, I don't remember the plot. Is that what it was?
Jaws 4, they did it in the Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're just relaxing there, and all of a sudden the shark comes there and finds them. Where are all these sharks coming from? You know what I mean? And why are they after these 2 or 3 people?
Yeah, there's always another one.
And it's after these 2 or 3 people, right? Except for the SeaWorld, and I don't even know where that was. But there's only 4 though. I mean, for 4 movies in a franchise, that's pretty good, because a lot of these franchises are 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, Jesus. So, and they're entertaining. I mean, they're spooky. They got stories. I'd compare them as far as franchises, but I wouldn't say they're better than Psycho. And Psycho, there's only 4, plus the remake. But I think there's more story to the Psycho movies. You know what I mean? Because each one, you kind of don't know what's going on or who did what. That's what I like. But Jaws, you know it's a shark, and he's coming at you. So it's kind of the rest of the movie you got to go with. You know what I mean? And see how the story is, the plot, who's in it, and all that other stuff. But part 3, I recommend that one definitely for sure out of the 4. And if you can see 3D, that'd be cool. I never got to. And when that came out, I was probably only a couple of years old. So Jaws 3, what year would that have been? Like early 80s, mid 80s, maybe?
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what year. What year was it made?
I don't know, but I was born in 78. The first Jaws was like 75. So
yeah.
I'm
75, yeah.
I'm thinking about 80, they probably had out 3, the third one maybe. It took a couple of years for the second one, remember, because they couldn't get the money in that. So Jaws 2 was probably maybe 79, 70, 80 maybe. I was thinking. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close. But so yeah, four. So what? I'd probably have to give my rating out of the franchise. I'd have to do 2.5 out of 5 stars. I can't really. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm good with high ratings though, usually 3 or 4, but I'd probably do 2.5. Like I said, I'd recommend the first and the third movie. I can't even remember the second and fourth, but what would you do out of 5 stars? I'd do about half, 2.5 for the whole franchise. You know, what would you rate it, Chris?
What, the first one?
No, the whole franchise. I'd do 2.5 out of 5 stars for all 4
I
movies.
give it about 4 stars.
4 out of 5.
For the first one, I give it 4 stars. First one is 4 stars. The second one, I give about 2 stars.
I mean the whole
Third
franchise.
one, about
Yeah,
third one, I'll give it 3 stars, and the
yeah.
fourth one, I'll give it about 2.
So altogether, yeah, I put mine at 2.5 out of 5 for the whole.
2 out of 5.
2.5 out of 5. What we're saying with me?
Yeah,
Yeah, about half the stars out of 5, right? That's what I figured.
right.
Yeah, because you got 2 of them that are good and 2 that ain't. So yeah, we're about the same page on pretty much every movie. We're maybe a half star off on franchises, but that's pretty close. Yeah, so that's what I figured. We both give it about 2.5 out of 5. We don't really want to go any. That's probably the lower we'd probably go out of most of our stuff because they're all pretty good. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, they're all good.
and
Yeah.
all the stuff we talk about is too. Of course, we ain't gonna talk about it, but even if it's crappy, we'll say something. We'll let you know. Some people might like certain things. You know what I mean? There's stuff I like. People think it's crap. People think it's crappy, and but I explain it to them why I like it, and I'm like, oh, they understand. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
crappy cult classics. So, uh, but yeah. So the Steelers didn't make it. And then the Penguins, I don't know what happened to them. They lost 3. They were up
I
2.
know they did a 2-0 lead last night. They
Jesus.
blew it. Yeah.
I fell asleep, right? The game didn't start till 10 o'clock at night. I'm up at 12:30, and they lost the game. I said, "You son of a gun!"
Yep. Yep. They got 2-0 lead, and they blew it. Yep.
But and then one more thing. You were saying something about the Penguins not being on. Did you find out? Is it just Fox Sports Pittsburgh? Did they lose their contract with the cable company?
I guess they did. I don't know. I'm still trying to get it back. I haven't gotten anywhere with it yet.
So you don't have the game. You don't have the games on your thing now, or is it? Or...
I can get it on the radio. I can't get it on the TV anymore.
Oh, well, they must still be on here because my brother-in-law didn't say nothing about it. But I always listen to it on the radio anyway, so maybe it's in your area. That's a shame.
Yeah, I play Arizona tomorrow night.
That's a shame. People call in if this is happening in your area. They can't take away our local sports. What is this?
Yeah, well, they did.
You know? Well, we still have it out on Clipper right now in this area, but we can't do that. See, I like the radio because being blind, they're a little bit different, so they tell you things more. So on TV, they don't have to do all that because you can see it. But for people that got the TV, I mean, it's a shame. It's a monopoly. You know what I mean? You got to pay all that money, and then they have you. You know, and you should have all those channels, but now they got all these extra channels. Like I'm saying, Peacock, Paramount. Now you want something, you got to pay extra instead of on the regular channels that you're already paying for. So
yeah, you got to pay 20 more bucks. This new package they want everybody to get now. It's $20 more a month.
I tell them to shove it.
We're paying.
Look into the internet, YouTube or whatever, some other ways. There's boxes you can get for the internet, and then you can just get internet TV. There's all kinds of different ones. There's one that's like $20 a month for internet TV. Whatever affordable, whatever people can afford. That's what's going to be the wave of the future. Streaming TVs anyway, because it's too much. You have like 1 or 2 cable companies. They own everything, and same with
That's how they make their money.
same with Netflix and Disney and all that. I think actually Netflix and Disney are together. That's why certain things are only on certain ones. I don't know, but they all own everything. Amazon, it's all monopoly. There's like 3 or 4 things that own the world right now. So, but well, we'll be back soon. And we love you all, and we appreciate, like I said,
Yeah, everybody, take care. Have a nice weekend, and we'll be back again.
yeah, and enjoy and stay warm, and be the light. And love is a choice, and so is the hate. And like I said, share stuff, hit the like button, whatever to help out. We appreciate it. All is one.